Personal development. What is it? Now, a lot can go off of the string and say that's just self-help. That's just basic self-help for all individuals around this world. But there's a bit more of a different meaning to it. It's your true capability. It's how you personally develop your own individual self. The potential you had within this life that was set fire to you since you began living. It's your true interest in life. What you like to do. Not something that you idolize that someone else does. Not something that you're jealous from someone else does. Not something that you think someone is doing better than you, that you feel like you need to improve on to do something just like someone else. It's all you. It's what your interests are. It's what brings enjoyment and fulfillment to your life. And that's just different from everyone. Everyone's personal development is different. When I started putting my message out there, I started coaching guys with personal development and putting my message more online. It was just at the beginning of this whole big blow up of masculine is under fire, with all these grifts and whatnot going on. Of course, I didn't care. Healthy competition is perfect for whatever endeavor you're going into. You need it. It helps you get over barriers to achieve what you truly want with fulfillment in whatever you're doing in life. That's a big part of personal development. But yes, obviously you can see my following down below, and it's not as big and substantial as these other guys pushing the masculines under fire type of era content. Going back to what I said about with personal development, there is a difference between it all and, say, simple self-help. Because simple self-help brings out more instant gratification, more of a want from someone to instantly gratify them towards what they can do to achieve that want. And that's what these masculine under fire, grifter content, whatever you want to call these guys, manosphere, that's exactly what they play on, and that's why they're so popular. Because they push all these big aspirations of what they know the majority of their audience doesn't have or have achieved, and push that they need it. That you can't survive in life as a guy without these certain stuff, these certain qualities, and acting a certain way and buying certain stuff, and just becomes addicted to listening and proceeding with that content, just like eating a bowl of sugary cereal. It's the same message my favorite author, Wayne Dyer, expresses with the book The Secret. What he expresses is that there's no secret way for an instant gratification to your wants in life. The potential for whatever you want in life is right there in front of you always. You are the potential. If there's something that is a need within you, it's naturally going to happen for you. There's no certain shift or anything with that, with your mindset and aspirations of something just appearing right before your eyes. If there's truly a stem of something that you need in this life, it'll truly stem out at you and be placed right in front of you. And it begins personally developing with your own individual self. Now, masculine and feminine are complete opposites. That's why these opposites attract so well. That's why they naturally are made to attract so well. And personal development for masculine and feminine may have the same type of text within it, but they act very differently. And this is the exact reason of why I do personal development coaching for guys in their 20s and up. Because around 18 up to 20, I go about 20 because 18, you're still on the cusp of being a grown-up, basically. You're very fresh to it. But by the age of 20, you're fresh out into that world. You're on your own, and you have to figure out who you are to survive. And to survive, truly, you have to get down into your personal core values. How do you personally develop yourself? Where's the beginning of this all? And that's where I go with my teachings. Because with us men, we act differently with certain aspects of our life that are a must for us masculine men. And that includes knowing to your core who you were created as. You were created as a man. How men go about vulnerability within life. What stages of life it really happens. How it truly happens at a very young age for us guys. We are faced with vulnerability. That is almost the very first test we face within our own lives is our vulnerability. Our self-esteem. How men deal with their self-esteem. How they accept their own selves. How they cope with themselves to get through life. Having a healthy sense of humor. It is very important for us men to have a healthy sense of humor. It creates bonds, it creates a likening to us, it creates enjoyment for our whole world to enjoy ourselves. A sense of humor is us men giving a relief to us and our world around us. How us men go about common sense within a lot of aspects of our lives, especially with us guys, the way we go about it, the way we set up with everything that we do is very common sense, runs a lot on common sense. So it's a good inhibitor to understand the whole aspect of common sense and to identify it. How a man goes about with his character in life. How men can truly understand that the depth of our existence is simplicity. The way we act, our natural calmness within life. Everything around us within a man's life. Our clothes, the way we style ourselves, the way we look. Everything is set up very simple. What you see is what you get with us guys. How us men develop our confidence. How it is built upon us throughout our entire lifetime until we are fully grown men. That it's not something that we are born with. It is something that we learn and build like a muscle. And with all these things going on, as I've just explained, all geared towards the big picture for a guy. His purpose in life. What he individually is made for in this life. His calling. What brings enjoyment to him. What he knows he can do for his rest of his life, what he's made for. Because once a man finds his purpose in life, he moves on to the bigger picture of it all. And that's the feeling of prosperity, living prosperous throughout his life, knowing that he's accomplished what he needed to in life, and all there truly is ease upon himself. Growing up, I had a severe lack in all these types of actions I've just explained. And this is why I've gone into what I've gone into for helping guys. Because I've learned how it usually works and goes about with us guys, where I've had a lack of what needs to be improved upon, what I enjoy more within life as my own individual self, and what I dislike as well. How I am personally developed. And that's how it usually goes when I do a session with a guy is I run through this list of the stuff I just explained. I get an example of what he's dealing with in life, where he has a lack of, what is holding him up within life to not moving forward to what he really wants. What can free him up to that true enjoyment in life, to bring him back onto his purpose, to expose that prosperity of life. Because once I can free a guy from certain aspects that he's being held back on, it frees him up completely. And he can smoothly execute life as a natural smooth man he is. So as usual, advertised below this video description, I still offer free 30-minute coaching sessions. I'm still trying to build up testimonials for when my website takes off, so I can add it on to the website, all that good stuff. Just so people who are interested can have more of a liking and more of a relief that I know exactly what I'm doing. I've helped people, because I have. And then so on, more stuff is to come. A lot more stuff is to come in the works. I'm just finishing up a huge project with this at all too, and I am about to currently start working on editing the whole thing. I'm very excited. So that's it for me for right about now. Excited to keep moving forward with this all, and I hope you are as well.
Saint Perigine, patron saint of all forms of cancer. We ask you for your help in asking God to heal my cancer and keep it in remission. Pray for me so that I may live a long and faithful life.